to another special edition of Tunnel Vision. I'm your host, Ryan Abraham, joined alongside Connor Morrissette. And we got USC wide receiver Tahj Washington here, thanks to the House of Victory, joining us following USC's absolute destruction, I guess you could say, of the Stanford Cardinal, 56-10. We have our new Tunnel Vision intro, Tahj, and you're like a prominent part of it. That touchdown you scored, I think it was the Nevada game. I was like, oh, I forgot he's in the intro. We just got that. So I don't know if you got to see that when we were doing the opening.
Yeah, I got to see it. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
It's pretty nice. Thanks to Chris for doing the opening, and thank you. It's been great. This is our second week of doing this through House of Victory. So thanks our partnership with them. We've been able to bring you kind of a little one-on-one, or I guess two-on-one with USC student athletes and football players. So thanks for doing this. It's funny. I was talking to Spencer over there at House of Victory, and you're the first name that came up. He's like, hey, how about Tahj Washington? I'm like, that sounds really good. So thanks again for coming and doing this.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Nice.
So,
You've been around this Stanford, USC rivalry for a couple of years now. I mean, I guess the whole time you've been at USC, Stanford hasn't been very good. But
right.
I don't. Were you expecting that? Like that was just. I thought there might be a little bit closer game.
Well, I was expecting them to put up a little bit of a fight, but once we start to get those tempos going and everything like that, just on the perimeter, I would say like even just blocking those guys, like I can already tell what kind of game it was gonna be. They didn't want to be physical like that, so I was like, all right, well, it got to happen now.
So you can kind of tell. I
Yeah,
actually have a picture like of you blocking for that Caleb Williams touchdown. So
yes,
I mean
sir.
that's something we wouldn't realize. Like when you're blocking somebody, you know if they really want it or not. I guess.
Exactly. You can tell like just their body demeanor and like you can feel like when he's trying to make a play and when he's not trying to make a play. And yeah, you can definitely tell.
Taj, of course, there's always areas to improve, but after such a big win last night, what's the mood around the team on a Sunday after the offense, defense, and special teams does such a good job?
Just celebrate the dub. Everybody get in that weight room. Kind of take the workout. Everybody, high morale, after a victory. It's a fun thing, to win. You kind of just feel that vibe, feel that energy after a great win. Everybody just get in that weight room, chat it up, talk about you know stuff throughout the game or whatever. No, it's a good feeling, definitely.
You guys obviously had a great season last year. 4-8. You were around 11 wins. That's a pretty big difference. But there were times it just seemed like with maybe teams that weren't as talented as you guys, they were maybe closer for a little while than they should have been. I mean, you've got 3 games under your belt in 2023 and 3 blowouts where I mean, Miller Moss is sort of like the canary in the coal mine, right? Like he could tell like if when Miller Moss comes in the third quarter, like your guys are probably doing okay.
Yeah.
What's the feeling like? Because you guys were scoring a lot of points last year, but it got to feel a little different this year, as many points as you guys are putting up.
It just it's a dominant feeling, just going out there and us being able to execute and score, pretty much, at will and timely. It kind of you feel the mood change when you don't, get in the paint, on a drive. But you know, Blouse, it's a bittersweet feeling, because you want to be out there playing, and then again, like um, it's an opportunity for young guys to get a opportunity to play and put some stuff on tape.
Taj, so far this year, 9 targets, 9 catches for 233 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's been perfect for you whenever you've been targeted. Really reliable guy. When you prepare for a game, what about how you prepare makes you so reliable on game day?
Just trying to be all the way in tune with the game plan, with connections. Anything I have, like if I have a question, like I'm not gonna wait and ask it. Like I'm gonna ask it right then and there, kind of nip it in the bud. Just when we put in new plays or plays that we already have, just understanding what the defense is doing, why we were doing this, why my route is this way. Just really understanding conceptually what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. So just being in tune with the game plan, and once you like that, like you can kind of anticipate you be in the game and like you done did it so many times. Like you're in the game and you can anticipate like, oh, it's 3rd and 5. I can see it's 3rd and 5. Like I can anticipate like what's coming. I can look out on the field. Like I see this look and I can anticipate what's coming. So it's just preparation, I would say.
The deep wide receiver room. We've talked about this before. You're leading the team in receiving yards. Your second receptions, Mario Williams has 10, and you have 9. But you're averaging 25, almost 26 yards a catch, which is pretty crazy. 3 touchdowns. You're tied with Brendan Rice for the lead there. In a room where there's so many guys, and like you said, like you only get to play a half of a game when you're getting these kind of blowouts. Like how does you keep everyone happy, and how are you able to excel? Like you've been able to kind of rise to the top of like a really deep wide receiver room so far this year.
Just everybody's just making the most of their opportunities. We know, we have a great group of guys. Like anybody can, it can be their night at any given chance, and just trying to be consistent. Once the ball is coming our way, just making plays. When we get that chance. So it's definitely a fun room. We have so many guys who, high character guys as well. And just once we practice and make plays in practice, it's like once we get in a game, it's like that's the fun time. You know.
Tahj, I want to add.
Uh,
My mic went out.
Hold on 1 second. You want to try the other one? Try the other one. Sorry about that. We had a little mic issue there. Technical difficulties. That's there you go.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll get on some headphones in a sec. So, Tahj, I want to ask you a couple Lincoln Riley questions. When you committed to USC, it was initially under a different regime. When Lincoln Riley gets hired, what was your first reaction?
I was excited. If you're a fan of college football, you see what Coach Riley does year in and year out with his offense, and I just felt like it was a great opportunity to develop and learn a lot. So I was excited when he got the job here.
And Tahj, as a follow-up to that, on Trojans Live last Monday, Coach Riley talked about how when he got here, he assigned you a few things that he wanted you to work on, and you did, and it really worked out well. You developed really well under Coach Riley. When he first got here, what did he want you to improve on, and what allowed you to do such a good job improving on it?
A lot of things. Like he said, it was a laundry list of things. He knew what kind of player I was once the ball was in my hand. Just working on the things before that, like just being detailed on my alignments, just blocking downfield, route running, just so many different, intricacies, but in the game, just a lot of things, just he whatever he said, like that's something I got to work on because if he's saying it, he's saying it, and just that transparency that he has to, be able to tell you those things.
Obviously Lincoln Riley, offensive genius when it comes to head coach. Being an offensive player must help a little bit. A lot of USC fans want to talk about like the differences between like 2021 and when Lincoln Riley came in last year. But just having someone that's such a guru on the offensive side of the ball, like how much has that helped your game, since you've come to USC?
It's helped a lot. It makes the game fun. It makes it easier when you get in that film room and can hear him like speak and be able to see what he's seeing. He makes it so transparent, and he really simplifies the game where it's like, if they do this, we're gonna do this, and and it makes it fun in that way. Like I feel like it gives us an edge on a lot of people.
You mentioned the film room. Coach Riley talked about how there's never a film session where you're not filling out a bunch of notes on whatever you're watching. Take us through a film session, what you look for and what you try to make notes of in those sessions.
When coach is coaching one person, he's coaching all of us. So I write down everything, whether it be like just something profound, that may be said that they don't even know they said, that was so profound. Like I just take note of that. A route, depth, a split, not just for my position, but for every position on the field, and just knowing like the whole play, the whole concept. So I feel like when you so immersed in that, you can be on the field, and if somebody don't know, you can be able to tell them on the spot because you know it, like the back of your hand. So just any way I can, improve, like I'm gonna try to improve on it.
Wanted to talk about your kind of journey to USC a little bit, if we could. Your freshman year at Memphis, you led the nation as a wide receiver, yardage 743 yards or something like that. As a freshman, I think it was second all time in Memphis history for a freshman, and end up coming to USC. Like, can you maybe go back for some of the fans that don't know, kind of what that journey was like that you ended up at USC.
It was definitely a journey. Had a great, phenomenal season there at Memphis. The last year before I departed, but um, just got in a portal. Far as like that's ended up being that spring. We had coaching transition, and it was just, you can feel when your presence is like just you need to depart from where you at, and I just felt that it was like nothing against anybody. It was just I just felt out of place. A lot of guys that I came in with was gone. Older guys were gone. And it's just like um, just felt like I didn't belong anymore. And then got in a portal, and quite a bit of schools reached out. Um, and then SC reached out. And I didn't. It was COVID, so you couldn't visit anywhere like that. So just took a lot of prayer and faith, and just and I had a dream, and I seen SC, and made my decision from there.
I mean, you were going through that coaching change, and then you go through another one. I
Yes,
mean, what was that like? You got COVID and everything going on.
man.
You leave one coaching situation.
I've had about five head coaches now. I think I've had about five head coaches in 5 years. But it's this game now is about adaptability. I feel like just being able to adapt in whatever environment you're in, and being able to rise to the top, amidst all the change and whatever it is.
Yeah, that's a great point because no matter where you've been with all these different circumstances, you've always produced. What does that say about you that no matter who the head coach is, what the offense is, where you are, you're consistently putting up numbers?
Yes, sir. It's just it's whatever you put in, that's what you get out. And whoever is at the top, or whoever's coaching, like just being immersed and trusting them and whatever they want to do, and just putting the work in that requires to have success.
Tahj, we got to talk about you got some cooking skills, apparently.
Yes,
I
sir.
got
Yes.
I mean, this fun stuff, football stuff, whatever. I mean, you guys, you haven't really been tested yet. We'll see. We'll see what you're doing. It's great. Yeah, the team in receiving and stuff. But what about this cooking stuff? So you're doing, like, yeah, kind of give, for people who don't know, where did your kind of culinary journey start, and like, what have you been doing lately?
Oh, this is what I love to do. I've been cooking shoot since I can remember. Just started young. Just at the house. Growing up with my grandmother, my mom. Um, Whenever my mom would go to work, I would cook. And then growing up with my grandmother, every holiday, people came to our house. So just helping her with the prep work for all that, and just seeing everybody faces after they eat and how much they enjoyed it, and the conversation and talk. And I love that feeling, giving that feeling to people, um, and I just want to keep doing it and keep creating and getting better, at that craft.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
I don't have one. I like cooking new stuff. Like I like challenges, definitely.
Yeah, and Coach Riley's talked all about how you've coached or you've cooked for the coaches, you've cooked for the team. Do you make meals for the team? It's a lot of guys. How many guys when you cook for the team are you cooking for?
Whoever hits me up, like so we'll do like like a day where are we gonna cook this weekend? Which I want. We kind of get a feel for what most people want. kind of fill that out. We kind of split the groceries up, go to whoever's house and just do it up. I think the last thing we did like a baked potato bar. Did a baked potato bar. You know, I had like Alfredo loaded potato, chili and cheese loaded potato, however you wanted it, classic bacon bits and chives, whatever. That was pretty. That was a fun one.
Lincoln Riley's posted some food pictures on his social media. There was some brisket and some tuna. Do you give him any pointers or anything, or to talk about it?
Oh no, I stay out of there. If we don't talk about it in person, I ain't gonna. That ain't, I ain't gonna talk about it.
How is it sort of like your, I guess your interest in the whole cooking world sort of formed with like name, image, and likeness, and been able to actually use that for like the great for charity or for benefiting yourself. Like how's that marriage worked?
It's helped a lot. I have a great team at Just Creative who marketed great because like before, I really didn't put it out there. Like if you knew me, you knew that I cooked, and other people saw like you should start, putting it out there, and it's really created opportunities for me. Just being able to showcase that, and it's so unique. Not many people are doing it. I just partnered with HelloFresh and with House of Victory, who's at the Rex. Just different cool opportunities, with that, and it's I feel like now, with that platform I can inspire others, to do the same or give people confidence, to get in the kitchen themselves.
Connor and I were at the House of Victory tailgate for a little bit before we went into the press box to do our jobs. But man, the Rex food is really good. So I don't know. Do you have any insight into that one? You help them with their menu at all, or?
Oh no. I wish. Coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming
Ta-
soon, but
or go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
you fine, you fine. Yeah, I love the Rex. I love Mr. Dan. They're great people. When I went there, that hospitality was great. The kitchen was crazy hot. They cook with wood. Like
Okay.
that's like a lost art. They real wood fire grill. It was a cool experience. Learned a lot. Cooking some tomahawks. Like never before in my life have I did that, but it was pretty cool
Did
experience.
they do the reverse sear with the tomahawks, where you kind of instead like a lot of times you sear that, so they would like do a slow cook,
Oven
so
bacon.
yeah, then you sear. Okay,
Yeah.
I've done that once
Yeah.
with the tomahawk. Man, it's like legit, but because they're so thick, right? You need to
Right.
get the internal temperature up a little bit before you do the sear.
Right. Yeah. We did that, and then we did like one where we just seasoned it, and just put it right on there, and it came out pretty good. He taught me the chef over there taught me a lot of cool tricks. With the steak and how to know when it's ready and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
nice.
yes,
Taj, when you
sir.
have an off day, you can make anything. What's your go-to meal that you make for yourself?
I would say this ramen recipe I got. It's a
Oh,
video up on it. I think on the first episode of Know How to Kitchen. But that soup definitely I make that a lot. I might go to the Asian grocery store and get like some shaved brisket, pork belly, stuff like that, and add it in there.
oh,
Um, that
I'm
for
getting
me,
hungry.
that's like go to. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. You just once it's going, it's going. And then like it fill you up quick. So definitely that.
We had the picture. This is from. It was like it was in Marshall in Texas. Is this?
Yes, sir.
So what? Can maybe describe what's going on here?
So right here, this is my girlfriend right next to me. My cousin Chaz. It's my dad right there in the back. Right there in the truck. Um, Next to my cousin, my other cousin Mitch right here. My mom and my grandmother and my two younger cousins right here. So, um, we they they support. They helped a lot. To get this event going and really put it together. Make sure everybody had a good time when they came out. And definitely everybody did. It almost felt like a family reunion. Just having that. A lot of people that live in the same city that haven't seen each other in years got the opportunity. To come out, enjoy themselves. Eat good, and it was just a cool experience. Definitely.
What are your future goals in football and in cooking? I think you want to open a restaurant, right? I think I heard that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just slow song daily. Might start with a food truck. To have it just wherever it want to be. And then kind of move on to the brick and mortar style. Football, NFL is a goal most definitely, but just taking a day at a time. Till we get there.
Did you see Jordan Addison had a touchdown today?
Oh
First.
yeah, I seen his touchdown. I like his little dance too. He had me turn. Yeah, I was lit for him. Definitely.
That must be cool to see, guys you played with
Man,
going off.
it almost give you like chill, and give you a little teary eyed, when you see guys like that, especially like Drake last year too. Just guys, you worked out with every day, that you seen the grind, you seen the work that they put in, and being able to be on that level and see them on that level is like, it's kind of a moment of a pride. You feel proud for them, everything like that.
We had a few, I don't know if you have anything else, Connor, but we had a few questions on the Peristyle over at uscfootball.com, our message board. We put that you were going to talk to you. So a few people had questions, if you don't mind answering those. Is that okay?
I don't mind.
Got a couple
Yeah,
minutes?
that's fine.
Pete Pauly says, what's the differences between having experienced 4 different head football coaches?
You definitely learn what's good and what's bad. Definitely. Um, it's just you get to see just what works and what doesn't work. That's what I would say. What it takes and what it needs to take. Definitely.
Jay the Bee want to know what your favorite dish to cook is. You kind of already mentioned that. That's tough to do. SC Rules LA says he wants to know who the strongest 3 wide receivers and fastest 3 wide receivers on the team this season. Brendan Rice last night declared he's still the fastest. So I don't know if you're going to dispute that or anything, but who are like some of the fast guys and strong guys in that room? If you can, I don't know. People get
I
mad at you
can't
if you
even.
say.
I can't even do that. I can't do that. That's a hard question to ask. I can't say. I can't say.
Would you
I
agree
can't.
with Brendan Rice about his speed? Like, was he, he's pretty
Man,
clear. He's making it clear that this is.
he making it clear for sure. But hey, look, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let him have it. I'm gonna let him have it. I'm gonna let him have it.
I love that. That's like you're taking the high road. That's that's pretty
I'm
good.
gonna let him have it.
Is there what like like any of the guys that you like? Man, that guy's a beast in the weight room. Like anyone stand out, sort of like strength wise?
Kyron most definitely. Kyron is strong. Like bench, squat, everything clean. Kyron is definitely strong.
Andrew 91 says, "Are there any current NFL wide receivers that you model your game after?"
Um, I wouldn't say that I model my game after anyone specifically. Um, but it's definitely like a few guys in the league that that I watch tape on and trying to take bits and pieces of their game. Like definitely like Stephon, just his route running ability. Like Justin Jefferson, his ability to find those zones. Um, just it's plenty of guys like Tyreek once the ball's in his hands, like his rack, Waddle as well. It's a lot of guys in the league who are really playing at a high level that I like to look at.
He also wanted to know who's the toughest DB you ever went against and what made them so good.
Um, I would have to say, uh, it's a few. I played against Sauce my freshman year. He was pretty good. Um,
Gardner, yeah.
yeah, I played against Sauce Gardner my freshman year at Memphis. He was pretty good. It's between him and Rajon Wright from Oregon State, I would say.
Rajon, okay. Yeah, Oregon
Yeah.
State's got some good players. Our buddy Chris Trevino, he says, let's just say you want to start cooking more. What are your 3 best starter tips? So anyone out there would like to
Okay.
start down their culinary journey, what would you say?
I would say to begin with, if you're cooking for yourself, enjoy it, have fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Um, like
I like that.
when you get in the kitchen, like the best food comes from love, comes from the heart. So definitely when you're in there, just don't put too much pressure on yourself, like anything like that. Watch a lot of videos, on whatever, like just like anything. Do your research on what you're cooking. And at the end of the day, make sure you season that food.
Seasoning's important.
Seasoning is very important.
Yeah, that's awesome. Student body right. How is success in cooking similar to success in football?
I would say it's a process. Just make sure your prep work is right, just like football. Making sure you're detailed and what the temperature is on the stove or oven. Using the right utensils, using the right tools, for your body, whatever, and coming out with a great meal, playing a great game, you know.
Do you have a knife sharpener? Like, you have knives? You're like your own knives, like chef knives or something, or?
Oh yeah, I would look. I'm right here by the kitchen. I would get up and get it. I'll show you. I got a chef Tahj knife.
Those are important, right? You need the knives.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
fun.
got a cutting board as well.
Oh,
Nice
nice.
cutting board.
Super. We'll do a couple more and let you go. I'm sorry. Thanks for your time again. Super Trojan
Oh, you
5.
fine.
Who's the one player on offense and defense that fans should watch for that may surprise them later in the season?
Ooh,
Who's going to surprise them?
that's a tough one. I would say Christian Pierce.
Okay, we've heard
Christian
that name a
Pierce.
lot. Yeah.
I would say Christian Pierce. I like him. As a person and as a player. He does a lot of good things. To be so young, and I feel like once he gets more comfortable and game slows down for him, he'll be a great player for us.
There's a guy on offense like Zachariah Branch. I heard he might be good too. Do you think he'll be good
Oh
someday?
yeah,
Or
oh yeah. He are. Come on, we know this. We know this.
I was just kidding.
We
Is it like, yeah? What's that been like with him just kind of bursting on the scene?
it's it's on time. I've seen like the first day I seen him out there. Like he was already comfortable. He's already you know it already separated himself. As a great player. So just with him, all he needs to do is just continue to do the little things, and everything gonna take care of itself with that. Just keep trying to find new ways to get better. Um, keep trying to find ways to really immerse yourself in what we want to do. So the sky's the limit. Yeah, for sure.
Fourth Gen 71 says, "What's a typical day like with classes, practice, homework, stuff like that? What's kind of a day like in the life of Taj?"
Man, I'll give you my Tuesday because that's my grind day. I call
Okay.
it. So I wake up about 5 a.m. 5:30 workout. After the workout, 7 o'clock meeting. Um, After the meeting, go get treatment. Then I got class. Then I got a class after that one. Then I got tutoring. Then I go get taped, and then I got practice. Well, meetings before practice, and then a little treatment in like a 30-minute window. Then I got a late night class. So
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a full day. That's a full day
full
of
day, 5 to 8,
wow,
from dark to dark. I get
including like a hard football practice and full pads. So, and
yeah.
then Silent Commit. Well, one last one from the P. Silent Commit says, "Would you rather beat an Iron Chef with your secret sauce or beat Sauce Gardner for a touchdown?"
I'll take the Iron Chef.
Yes, I like that. I like how he worked sauce in there twice. Your secret sauce. Do you have a secret sauce or anything? Or
I really do, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
oh, like to
I'm
kind of
waiting.
release it.
Yeah, I'm
What's it
waiting.
go on? Like what kind of what's it go on?
Wings,
Wings.
wings,
Oh.
wings.
Are you an air fryer guy? Like I got one
No,
recently. It's been kind of fun to like do some stuff in that. I don't know.
people keep telling me I need to get one, but I haven't got one yet. Like I don't know. I'll just keep procrastinating it. Like I'm sure it'll make a lot of stuff easier. But I'm a traditional oven, stove, stuff like that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Connor, did you have anything else for Taj or like?
Last thing for me, Taj, you
Yeah.
mentioned Drake London and Jordan Addison earlier. Now, as an older guy, you're in a position to mentor Zachariah Branch, and last night he mentioned your name as someone who's helped him out along the way to get him to where he is now with the USC offense. What does that look like, helping a younger guy?
Just having that perspective of being a young guy before, and being a player, and being a vet, you kind of have a unique opportunity to be able to um, be that kind of window between what the coaches are thinking, what the player is thinking, and kind of just nuance and a way to communicate, different things or whatever is happening. Just a way to understand and be able to relate. So definitely.
Tahj Washington. Follow him on Twitter at Tahj_Washington. Are you big Instagram? What's your big social media? I see you tweet, but
Inst-
or X or whatever it is now.
Instagram.
Instagram's a big one.
It's crazy. Instagram.
Great.
Instagram.
Same Tahj_Washington
Same.
Washington there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Great. I got to change these like graphics because they're all got the tweet things on them, and they're not really that anymore. But I'm like, I don't know. Everyone still calls it Twitter, so I'm not sure what
Twitter.
to do.
It's still Twitter.
It's Twitter. Like
It's still
I don't know what they want to change it to and stuff. But I really appreciate you taking the time. I know busy schedule and everything, and special thanks to House of Victory for setting all this up. They've been great to work with. Hopefully, you've enjoyed working with them
Yes, sir.
too.
Definitely.
Yeah. When did you end up signing with them? A little while back.
Was it January? I think.
It might have been a while. Yeah. So it's been a while.
Yeah. It's been a while. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we're wishing you the best of luck. I know you got a bye week, so rest up. I mean, I guess you got to rest a lot in this last game because it wasn't that super challenging. But I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Tahj.
Yes, sir.